So today's video, we're going to teach all of you Rust. And I'll, oops. Uh-oh. Um, wait, oops, that wasn't supposed to happen. Oh well, that's the thing I now know that can happen. All good. So we're going to reopen my terminal. I completely uninstalled Rust for this. Now, just a method to install this on Windows, and that will not be covered because I don't use Windows. But this is how easy this is. You just let it do its thing, and it'll just work. It just works. Anyway, while it's doing its thing, I can show you the install methods for Windows, which are pretty much the same. You click here as other installation methods. If you aren't sure which one you should use, you click this little thing. Which one should I use? Well, I'm also going to tell you which ones you should use. Now, if you don't know what chocolate or scoop is, you don't use those for your install. It's easy as that. Then you want the exe file, which is just rust.exe. You run that, and there should be a little tiny checkbox on installation process that says append to path or something to path. Do that because it will save you a bunch of headaches. Trust me, you don't want to do that manually on Windows. It is a headache. Linux, it's way easier, which kind of why we're doing this. Not really the main reason why I'm showing you how to do this on Linux is actually, hold on, we have the GitHub repo here, is this, right? Now, people who watch all of my videos at this point will know that we're making a Linux distribution called Byte. What Byte is, it's going to be a programming-centric distro that I want to focus on the RISC-V architecture. This will allow not only rapid development for these new processors, but also it gives you the ability to tinker any system that has one of these processors to the fullest extent, because you have full access to the ISA, which, if you don't know what that is, that's an instruction set architecture. What that is all the fun things that run a processor in the background, like all the codes you type in for assembly. That's pretty much what that is. It takes your assembly code, turns it to machine code that the processor understands. That's all it does. I don't have one yet, but it'll cost me a total of $507. I think it's $550 something with the graphics card. And the specs for this are a decent power supply, a case, obviously the board that has all the RAM and stuff already on it because it's a system on a chip. That's single board computer, whatever you want to call it. Same thing. And it'll have 4 terabytes SSD storage because I'm gonna be using it for a bunch of fun things. Mostly the videos and programming projects and stuff like that. Basically anything that deals with Byte, once we get Byte moving, because for right now, I don't know what I'm doing really with Linux from scratch, so we aren't going straight to the RISC architecture. I want to pretty much just go through it and go through it normally, I should say, and then figure out what we're doing and then do the rest of it. Anyway, the tangent aside, we'll continue on with what Rust is, how it works, all that. Now, Rust should be done installing. Look at that, it is. Now, it tells you right here, to configure your shell, you need to source the corresponding env file under home.cargo. Now, you can just put it 2 ways, right? It tells you one of them. This is usually one of the following: note deleting home cargo for sh bash, csh ash dash and pdksh, and then it's just source and then this for fish. This basically just appends it to your path for your operating system. Like I said, Windows just lets you hit a box and it's done. If not, then it's one of these two. Actually, PowerShell's not even in here. So you want to do echo. This is one way to do it, by the way. And then this is how I would do it. And then you want to do 2 greater than symbols. Actually, yeah, 2 greater than symbols. And then tilde slash dot bash rc. What this does is it takes it, basically you're writing this, you're echoing all this statement, so basically it's taking this, putting it into that folder, that file, without, because there's 2 of these, it will do it without overwriting the entire file. If you only do 1, it will overwrite the entire file, and you don't want to do that, because it'll screw up everything. Like this here, it will go away. And a lot of the things will not work. Like this won't work. It's just a mess. Don't do that. Now it's done. And then you can, to double check, you can do cat dot bash space dot bash rc. And there's, oh wait, shit. We'll see if that does anything. Let's find out. Do you throw an error? You do not. It gives me the version RC. Okay, so cargo version gives me that. Gives me rest up. We're good then. Yeah. Okay, so now that we have installed Rust, we're going to discuss how exactly we're going to be learning Rust, right? And this is the interesting part about that. Because the way most people teach you how to do it, they'll start with your variables, and they'll do like this variable on this, what the video, sorry, I can't speak right now. They'll go into what variables are, how they work, all that. They won't get straight into arithmetic, though. That's the part that is going to be interesting. Now, obviously, you can do all this by yourself if you want to. You don't have to worry about it, blah, blah, blah. But if you just want to do cool things, I suggest doing it the way I like to do things, and that's learning all the basics in one go, which is going to be the entirety of Section 3, which is Common Programming Concepts. We're going to learn all this. Go back up here and do the guessing game, right? And then we'll go down and go into ownership. I don't think guessing game requires ownership. It explains what it's doing as it's going through here. You can use this to help you if you need it. But again, the way that we're learning Rust, we don't really need to do that. We can just go in and start building a design doc and all that, which I can show you a design doc real quick. I don't remember where that vault's located, and I know it's over here, and this thing. So we're gonna pull it over here. Haha, here we go. This is a design doc for a game jam I didn't finish because I was busy. But this is the entire design doc for that. Apparently, I didn't put a lot of stuff in here like I thought I did. I thought I had pictures and stuff. Anyway, it goes into what inspired the thing, what the theme was, what the genre I was going for, and then basic game mechanics. There was definitely more. There was definitely a lot more. Hold on. There should be a PDF here somewhere. There it is. Shadow Within GDD PDF. Now we're going to open that with my Thunar, which we know is here. This will open it in the browser. Here it is. Here's that's the same fucking thing I just showed you. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Anyway, that's pretty much how I'm going to teach you to structure it. More in depth than this. Actually, it's a guessing game. Probably not more in depth than this, but you'll get into like what you should be doing, like what functions go where, when you want each thing to be done by is something you can add if you want to. You don't have to. Oh yeah, I keep everything in here, which is what was on my other screen. I also have the stuff that we're going to be doing in the next video for our big project thing for this channel, which is pretty much the series that doesn't end. The Rust one does end, and then we'll add to it as the Rust grows. That's okay. So this is it for the video, and hopefully you're looking for us a shot. And if not, then maybe you'll find something else you're interested in here. Because I have a couple other projects that I'm going to be dishing out soon. More on that later. There's going to be short content coming up too. That'll be fun. Some of it's going to be for this, some of it's going to be for my other project I was talking about briefly, which is the operating system, and some of them are just going to be me talking to a camera, because why not? It's fun. But all that's to be announced later. I'll see you guys later.